So hey, what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to some more F1 2019 modded career mode, and here we are for the first episode of 2019 in this career mode. It's been about 3 weeks since I've played this career mode, so we're going to get back straight into it and not forgotten about it. We're going to ramp it up, get the episodes out and hopefully start season 2 by the time the actual 2019 F1 season comes around. So far you can see we've made a pretty decent start in this championship. We are all the way up in 5th place ahead of Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, so doing really well in our Force India or Racing Point team as this mod calls it. Our teammate is down in 11th place, so not the best but pretty good for the car, definitely for the team. So we're going to be looking to push onto the back of Max Verstappen if we can, but it's going to be highly unlikely. At the minute we're going to have to defend from probably Gasly and Leclerc in the Ferrari. So let's get straight into the race then. We're going to head out to the Spanish Grand Prix, so let's see how we get on. So here we go then, we're going to be starting from 8th place on the grid. What strategy are we going to go for? We're going to go for the usual strategy. I think we can't change to go on the soft, is it soft tires? Yeah, the soft tires, yellow ones. So we're going to have to start on the super soft ones because we qualified on them. So let's see how we get on then here at the start of this Grand Prix. Lights are out and they went out real quick actually, and I've been caught napping at the start of this Grand Prix. A little bit of lag spike there from the game, but a little bit of contact as well as our teammate comes flying past us. We haven't had the best of starts, but hopefully coming back up the inside at turn number 1, back into 8th place if we can. And there's a yellow flag out for something. Something's happened behind us, something's happened ahead. There might have been a little bit of minor contact, but looking at the map, everyone is still on track as we had to downshift there to get the front end just to stick around the corner. Right, like I say, it's been a few weeks since we've been on this career mode, so might be a little bit rusty, but we're going to have to try our best to push onto the back of Ricciardo. We need to maintain 5th place in the championship if we can. It's going to be a struggle. We're probably way ahead than where we should be, so we shouldn't take anything for granted. But we've got to keep setting those aims high. Struggling there in the dirty air of Daniel Ricciardo, and that's allowed Hulkenberg straight onto the back of us. Brake as late as we can. Just taking it easy for now, don't want to make any mistakes. But this Renault seems to handle a lot better than our Force India, and that's the major down point to this car. It is the downforce and the chassis. We're desperately trying to upgrade them, and the Renault is just that little bit better around the corners, and this track is very intense on aero and having a good chassis. So but we do have a good engine, which means we should be alright in the straights, which means they won't be able to get past. And here comes our teammate. Gonna have to give him room up the inside at turn 1, and he comes through on us there. Side by side with him around turn 1. We keep it round the outside. Good move there, good defending, and holding on to 8th place. Here we go then, approaching the final corner. We've lost touch with Daniel Ricciardo a little bit. I'm a little bit out of practice, as you can probably tell, but we've got loads of battery left to try and use. We're going to keep it, hopefully, up ahead of our teammate Lance Stroll, but here he comes. I'm going to go to the inside line this time. The outside line paid off for us on the previous lap, and will he be able to make it stick around the outside? He isn't, but all this battling with our teammate is going to allow the top 7 to pull away, and we really need to close them back down. I've got a little bit of rich mix, so what I'm going to do, leave it in rich mix for the next few laps, see if we can build on our pace. I've got the ERS if I need to as well, losing the rear a tiny bit there, but I'm going to start trying to up the pace now, trying to get some more confidence in the car. Like I say, it's been a few weeks since we've been on this game, but Daniel Ricciardo is definitely an achievable overtake. Plenty of times to get massive tanks off of there. I did that on the previous lap there. Right, so let's see if we can catch up to Daniel Ricciardo then. Right, so we're slowly closing up to the back of Daniel Ricciardo, and I now figured out why the game looks so weird. I was in the wrong camera angle. So Romain Grosjean out of the race. Is this going to be a safety car? If it is, it'll be perfect timing for our pit stop. So there we go. I can see much more now of the track. That camera angle was horrible. So now we should be able to see the apexes a little bit better, and we can start to push up to the back of Daniel Ricciardo. Hulkenberg is now overtaken our teammate Stroll behind, so we haven't got the backing of our teammate behind. Although Stroll seemed pretty keen on overtaking us if he could. But we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to pop into the pits at the end of this lap. So let's see if we can get a decent pit stop and a good out lap. Look at that front left tyre. I'm so glad to be getting rid of it. Get in the pit. There we go. think I thought I damaged my front wing then. I had to check. I went quiet as I was trying to check, but there we go. Almost 50% wear on that. Gearbox is going to need to be looked at very soon. So into the pits we go. Decent pit stop. Let's try not to get held up. Looks like we've got a bit of free air behind us, so we can come out pretty decently. Don't lose out too much time. So now we go back on the charge, back up into Rich Mix. We've got loads of ERS to use, so you know I'm going to whack it up into hot lap mode for the next few corners. Get the tyres up to temperature. See if we can close down Daniel Ricciardo again, because we lost touch with him a little bit through there. So close down 2 tenths in that sector. 3 seconds is the gap now to Ricciardo. So let's keep it going, keep the momentum going. Our teammates in the pit, so hopefully we haven't lost time to him. Here we go out of the final corner, pretty decent run. Got a lap of fuel left, well, an extra lap of fuel. We're out ahead of our teammate, luckily, and the Renault as well, which is good. So now we can concentrate on closing down on Daniel Ricciardo once again. I missed what the gap was to him as we were overtaking people in the pits there. Gap's back up to 3.2. He's really bolting now. Daniel Ricciardo's really piling on the pressure. He's found his form in this race. He hasn't had a fantastic start to the season at Renault, but today with the Renault under him, he's performing pretty well. And we're struggling to catch him, although I'm a little bit out of practice, as you can see, making a few little mistakes, but it's costing us time. All these little mistakes costing us time. And Daniel Ricciardo, he's actually stuck behind the Williams there. So this is giving us a chance. 2.4 seconds is the gap now to Ricciardo. We got an opportunity to try and catch up. Let's see if we can take it. Look at this, all over the back of Ricciardo. Look how much he's been held up there. We can put it into overtake mode. We might get, no DRS, but we've got the Mercedes engine. Overtaking a few more cars in the pits there. Gap to Ricciardo is 1.1 something seconds. So let's keep on the pressure. See if we can stick with him this time. So we've got the DRS. I don't think we're going to be able to use it down here, but on the main straight we should be able to. See if we can stick with him through this last sector. Let's ride on board. Hopefully it's a clean last sector, no mistakes. I only want to see a mistake from Ricciardo, not us. Hamilton with the fastest lap of the race in that Mercedes. Come on, an okay run. We've got the DRS, luckily. Got the ERS as well, which we're going to use. Rich Mix, everything, slipstream. Come on, hunt him down. Engineer, you shut up. We're in the middle of an overtake. Here we go, down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Up the inside we go, very aggressive there with the Australian. Oh, look at that grip. Oh, come on. Good bit of overtaking there. We find ourselves up into P7. Sort of best of the rest, because the top 3 teams, they are massively ahead in the performance and development war. Now it's if we can stay best of the rest. Can we keep ahead of Daniel Ricciardo? It's funny that our teammate is right behind Daniel Ricciardo as well. Well, not right behind, but he's behind him with a Renault right behind him. So Force India and Renault around here looking to be pretty close in terms of performance. I'd say the Renault probably better through the corners, but slower on the straights, whereas our car much quicker down the straights and a lot worse through the corners. So that's how we're pretty even. 2 different advantages to each car, working out at a very similar pace. So it's nice to see that. As you can see, look at Ricciardo all over the back of us. Ooh, we messed that up. Oh, mistake there from us. Oh, the only thing I'm going to hope for is that we've backed him up enough. Use the overtake mode. Maybe he won't be able to get through on us. 8.8 seconds up to Gasly. We should be okay. Look at that. Yeah, you see overtake mode. We and our Mercedes engine just doesn't allow Ricciardo to gain on us with even with the DRS. He's probably in overtake mode as well. So there we go. Job done. Right, we're going to have to save up some ERS for the next straight. We're going to have to turn the fuel down as well, so let's keep it going. Settle into a rhythm and just keep Ricciardo at bay. Oh, here's Daniel Ricciardo right up our chuff. I didn't realise he was right there. all over the back of us. Here he goes, straight up the inside. Maybe we can do something around the outside like we did on our teammate early in the race. Oh, Ricciardo's gone a bit deep, but he's tactically blocked us off there. Not a lot we could do. Let's see if we can stick with him. Oh, look at that, having to drop down a gear. Look how much understeer we're getting in the dirty air. We haven't got a lot of fuel to play with either, so it's not like we can just whack up the fuel and catch up that way. Gonna have to stick with him. He's bolted. Looks like we haven't got the DRS, and now we've got Hulkenberg all over the back of us. Our tyres just aren't lasting around here. And here comes Nico Hulkenberg trying it around the outside. I'm not going to let him through as easy. Here we go on the brakes, very, very late. Go deep. This is going to allow Daniel Ricciardo to pull away a little bit. We want to try and catch up to him if we can. But look at the tyres. Oh, they're not looking the best. Oh, we've been hit by Nico Hulkenberg. He's hit us. I'm coming straight back up the inside. Can't just hit us and overtake us there. Now our teammates coming to play in Daniel Ricciardo, pulling away each little bit of battling we get ourselves into. We've got a little bit of breathing space now, so we're going to try and catch up to Daniel Ricciardo. It's the final sector where we completely lose. Here we go around the final corner. What is the gap now to Daniel Ricciardo? We've still got about 5 laps left to go in this race. 2 seconds is the gap. Let's see if we can slowly close that down. 1.6 seconds. Hulkenberg is behind. So let's keep on going. All in the final sector where we're losing the time. And each time it's about half a second. And Daniel Ricciardo's pulling that out. And then we gain a little bit back over the rest of the lap. And then we lose it again. So we're losing massive, massive chunks in the final sector. And it's starting to cost us. Across the line now. What's it going to be? It was 2.2, now it's 2.6. 4.5 tenths of a second we lost, almost half a second in that final sector. This is really starting to build up and cost us time. Come on. 2 laps to go. What can we do here? So here we go, final lap time. What is the gap now? 3.3 seconds. We're losing lots and lots of time. I took the final sector a bit more cautiously, thinking we'd go quicker, but it just didn't pay off. So use the rest of this ERS on this lap. But we're struggling with the tyres now. This is horrendous. Let's take a look at the tyres. Oh, 52%. It's worse than it was at the start of the race. That front left has taken a beating. See if we can get it safely back around the track to end the final lap. But our teammate is behind and he's catching. I can just feel it. And I'm putting pressure on myself and we're losing time. Now I've seen the tyres. I know that the tyres aren't fantastic. Come on, let's hold on to this 8th place. We beat our teammate. I don't really care. That's all we need to do. Beat our teammate and then I'm happy. Hamilton's won and now there's things in the way of the screen. I need to change the cameras actually. I want to go back to the default ones. Come on. Let's ride on board around the final a little bit. There's our teammate. Put it up into hot lap mode. Just take it cautious. Look how much I'm barking the bus. Oh, struggling around there, just doesn't want to grip, no grip at all, but here we go, good run out of there, and we should hold on to 8th place. Here we go, hot lap mode, Stroll's coming, but the line is a very short run to the line. Take 8th place, really chuffed with that, so let's see what the championship looks like now. So here we go, you can see Lance Stroll finished right behind us, and take a look at the standings. We dropped down to 7th, from 5th, so Charles Leclerc and Gasly hop up ahead of us. Lance Stroll climbs up to 10th as well, so that's pretty good. Take a look at the constructors then. We are still 4th, which is good, ahead of Haas. That's where we want to be. Who's leading the championship? Vettel from Hamilton, from Bottas, then Verstappen, and then Leclerc not doing too well. You'd have thought he'd done a little bit better. But there we have it for this episode. If you did enjoy, remember to smash the like button, share it around, and do tune in to the next one, which will of course be the crown jewel of the Monaco